Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Catherine, but if you're here for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so happy you're here because today you'll be joining me as I get ready to celebrate my wedding anniversary. Yes, I said it. Wedding anniversary. And no, I am not that young, and I'm only saying that because when people meet me for the first time, they usually think I'm like super young, still in high school, but I'm not. Unfortunately, I am not, but I wish I was still that young just because adulting is hard. Let me tell you, it's hard. Anywho, I got married on January 12th, which is also my sister's birthday. So happy birthday, Michi. I love you and I can't wait to celebrate, even though you'll be watching this a week after the fact. But we did not plan to get married on her birthday. It was not intentional at all, and she knows that. It was kind of like the only date available when we decided to have a civil ceremony. And we were going to have the big dream wedding. I just couldn't justify the fact that we were going to spend all this money on a wedding. It's crazy how expensive weddings are nowadays, and I just didn't want that anymore. So literally a week before the second payment was due for our wedding venue, which we didn't know this at the moment, I had a serious talk with my husband and I told him how I felt, and luckily he agreed, of course. So we decided that we were just going to save as if we were going to have this wedding, but instead we were going to use that towards our dream home. We haven't found our dream home just yet, but when we do, we'll at least be ready for it. Do I regret that decision? Absolutely not. At the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you, and that's what was best for us. So I'm happy with that decision. And you know, love is love. Big wedding, small wedding, marriage, no marriage, that doesn't matter. What matters is that you can come home to someone who genuinely loves you and cares for you. So before we get to the makeup part, I just want to say happy anniversary, mi amor. I love you so much. Thank you for being my biggest supporter. Now let's get to the makeup part. I'm going to start off with primer. I like to use the First Aid Beauty Pores Be Gone primer. And I am currently obsessed with this primer. It just goes so smoothly on the face and it smells so good. I usually don't like to use things with fragrance on my face, but this is definitely the exception. And I also recommend this primer just because it helps minimize the pores. I have like the worst pores on my nose, so this totally helps. Next, I like to do my eyebrows before I do anything else on my face, and I like to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer. So I like to brush them down, as you can see, and then I begin to fill them in, and I like to fill them in with hair-like strokes, and I only do that on the top. And I like to leave the bottom as is because you'll see what I do next with it. If it looks too filled in, then that's when we begin to blend. So just blend, 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 just because we want them to look as natural as possible. We don't want them to look too filled in. And then I just brush the hairs that I had previously brushed down. I brush them up. So we just brush up. Now for the bottom part of the eyebrows. I don't know if you see these little hairs that I have here, but what I like to do is I like to use the Maybelline Great Lash Clear Gel Mascara, and I use this to brush those little hairs upwards, and I only use a little bit of this. And that's really it for the eyebrows. So they're filled in, and I brush the little hairs up. Next, we're going to do the eyes. So I'm going to keep the eyes really simple, but I am going to add a pop of color. So for the eyes, I am going to use two Naked Urban Decay palettes. So the first palette is the Heat palette, and the second palette is the Ultimate Basics. I love Urban Decay palettes. Before I apply any of those eyeshadows, I am going to use the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. So I am going to prime my eyes with this, and I just do a little goes a long way. So we just add that all over the eyelids. Now I am going to get the chaser color, and I'm going to use that as the base. And I like how it looks like I have nothing on. It looks super natural because we are going to do a pop of color, which is going to be green, and that's going to be the eyeliner color. Next is the crease, and for the crease I am using the sauce color. So let's apply that. Now that the crease is done, I am going to use the same brush that came with the palette, but I'm going to use the other side for the outer lids of the eyes. And I'm using the third color, which is Low Blow, which is slightly darker than the base color. And we are just going to apply the eyeshadow and work our way towards the middle of the eye. Then we are just going to blend it in a little so it doesn't look a little too crazy. Okay, so that's for the eyeshadow. Now for the green eyeliner, I don't have a green eyeliner, so I'm going to use a green eyeshadow from the I Heart Revolution Heartbreakers palette. I've never really used products from I Heart Revolution, but when I got this palette, I was amazed on how pigmented the colors are. So let me just show you. You see, and that's without even like pressing really hard on the color to apply a little swatch on my hand. So to apply that green color, I am going to use this angled brush. Now the same on the left eye. eyeliner is done, which I love the pop of color. Next, we're going to use this Marc Jacobs mascara for my eyelashes, and I heard mixed reviews about this, but I really like this mascara because it does add volume and length to my eyelashes. And because my eyelashes are really long, sometimes I just get this top part dirty, so I am just cleaning that a little. And I forgot that I was also gonna use the Naked palette, but I like to use the Naked palette to use the blow color. And I like to use the blow color and just add that right under the eyebrow. Okay, that's done. So eyeshadow's completely done now. And I only applied the mascara on top. I like to hold on the bottom eyelashes because I first like to apply the concealer, foundation, the setting powder, all of that fun stuff before I do the bottom eyelashes, because I usually tend to get them covered with all of that because they are somewhat long. So I like to hold on that. And for the foundation, I like to use the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation. I used to use the Kat Von D one, which was very full coverage, and I only use that because I used to have a lot of like pimples on my forehead, but my skin has gotten better. I kind of only have one right here, so I no longer need that full coverage, and I feel like this water foundation is perfect. It's not too much, it's just right. I like to add just like dots all over my face. And then I'll blend it in. Now with the sponge, I like to wet it first and then I squeeze it to make sure that it's not too wet. And when it's wet enough but not too wet, then I begin to blend the foundation all over my face, and I like to use this end of the sponge. So we just blend the foundation all over. And I'm just going to get a little more so I can also add some on my neck, because we don't want the face and the neck to be a different color. And just blend, and blend. Okay, foundation is all done. Now time for the concealer. I like to use this NARS concealer, and I just like to apply some here, and some right here at a diagonal so it can somewhat lift. And I also like to use the concealer to clean up some of the eyeshadow. And with the same sponge, I like to use this end and just dab it in. Dab, dab, dab. going to apply just a little bit more here. And because I do have this little pimple here, I'm just going to apply a little on there too to cover that. I actually have another one here and another one here, so we're just gonna cover those. Okay, concealer's all done, and now time to contour, even though I really don't contour that much, but I'll show you what I do so I can get more of a look. Like I said, I really don't contour like that. What I like to do is I like to use this NARS blush in the color Torrid, and I like to apply the blush like you normally would right here on the apples of your cheek, but I like to bring it all the way up to where my eyebrow ends. Okay, I feel like if you compare this side to this side, I feel like it already kind of lifts. So do the same on the other side. Now with the Hoola from Benefit, I am going to just apply a little right under the blush. And I like to do very little so it doesn't look too much. And I know that doesn't look too little, but I am going to blend it in with the same blush brush. And I think that looks good. So now just blend it. Blend it. Okay, and that looks so much better. So that's what I do for contour. I really don't contour my nose or right here on the forehead or the jawline. This is really it. Now I am going to set the under eyes because I do have really bad under eye circles. So I want to set that. And for that, I like to use the Laura Mercier translucent powder. And you just apply that under the eyes. And I like to just let that sit there for a little. And while I let that sit, I am going to highlight. I am using this fan brush, and for the highlighter, I like to use Laura Mercier Highlight 01. And just fan it out like that over the blush, and same on the other side. And I also like to highlight my nose a little just to make it look somewhat cute. So just highlight a little. Kind of looks cuter already. And then I also like to highlight right here above the lip, just a little. Perfect. Okay, now I just brush off the excess, and then I'll just lastly do a little right here. Okay, now that I have set the under eyes, I am going to apply the mascara on the bottom of my lashes. And that is really it for the face. For the lips, I am just going to keep them really simple, kind of like a nude, and I'm going to outline them with the Urban Decay 24/7 lip liner. Did you guys just see Sunny? But yes, I am going to use this lip liner, and I'm going to outline my lips with this. Now that they're outlined, I am going to fill them in with this Tarte Lip Sculptor. It has a lipstick and a lip gloss. So I'm going to fill it in with the lipstick. So that's really it, and now I am going to add a little bit of lip gloss over it. And the lips are done. To set it all, I am going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter Honey Setting Spray, and we are just going to spray this all over the face. But that's really it for the face. Now for the hair, I am going to do that separately, and I'll just show you the end result once I'm done, or else this video is going to be like a million hours long. So I'll be right back. And I am back. This is the final result for my hair. As you can see, I somewhat curled it, which is my go-to hairstyle. Now that my hair is super short, it's so easy for me to do. I also have this dress on my bed, which is what I'm thinking of wearing for tonight. We're going to this really nice restaurant in Bernardsville for my Jersey people, which I don't want to dress up that much, but I feel like this dress is the perfect dress for tonight. So let me show you. It's a Zara dress, but I got it at Marshall's, which I love. It was such a good deal. And like I said, I really don't like dressing up, but I feel like a dress is the easiest thing to throw on and already look dressier. So this is what I'm thinking of wearing tonight. For the shoes, I'm in between two options, so just let me show you. I'm thinking of wearing these knee-high boots, which I'm not sure how it'll look knowing that the dress is like really long. Or I am thinking about wearing these booties, so we'll see which ones I end up wearing. So I'll try on the dress and then we'll pick out the shoes. For jewelry, I'm thinking of wearing just earrings, keeping it simple. Thinking of wearing these gold earrings. These are from Madewell, and like I kind of wear this with pretty much everything. Or I'm thinking of wearing these chunky silver hoops. I got these at Express, but like I said, let me throw on the dress and then we'll figure out the shoes and the earrings. So I'll be right back. I know I said I was going to try on the shoes and then we'll choose which ones to wear, but I lied. I ended up going with the knee-high boots. I feel like although the dress is long, it just looks so much nicer, but I didn't lie about the earrings, so let's try them on and see which look better. I think I am leaning more towards the gold earrings just because these earrings kind of dress down the dress, but this is too much of a nice dress for these earrings. So let's put on the gold ones. Yes, I am definitely gonna go with these gold earrings. Thank you for joining me today as I got ready to celebrate my wedding anniversary. I will see you in the next video. Bye.